Now, I've read that report, as I'm sure others have, and nowhere in that report, nowhere, does it mention £22 billion. It's not there at all.
A secret meeting between Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin, and what they discussed could change everything.
When the Labour Chief Secretary of the Treasury, Liam Byrne, wrote that there was no money left, he was telling the truth. But in what has been dubbed the biggest lie in British politics, Rachel Reeves, the artful dodger of 11 Downing Street, takes us for fools in an effort to pick your pocket.
I've inherited a projected overspend of £22 billion. A £22 billion hole in the public finances now. Yeah. Not in the future, but now. £22 billion of spending this year that was covered up by the party opposite.
You're watching Notary Voice, bringing you the stories the world needs to know. Reports have emerged about a behind-closed-doors meeting between former U.S. President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin. According to leaked accounts, the discussion centered on a proposed peace plan for Ukraine, one that could dramatically reshape the ongoing conflict.
The Labour Party is now in government, which means it chooses the balance between taxation and spending, and it chooses where spending falls. So it's decided to take £1.5 billion off pensioners to give it to its chums in the public sector. From Tory voters to Labour voters, what a surprise. It's taken the decision to spend £8 billion on GB Energy, the green energy company, which it once claimed would save you an extra £300 on your energy bills. Both the Prime Minister and the Energy Secretary, Ed Miliband, have now forgotten about this saving because it was probably never there. The trick, the legerdemain, the dishonesty is in pretending that this is not a conscious choice, but force majeure, inventing a £22 billion black hole and blaming the Tories while spending £8 billion on green energy that won't cut your bills and $11 billion on overseas climate aid is simply dishonest.
The proposal allegedly involves a temporary ceasefire, territorial compromises, and a phased withdrawal of troops.
Mr. Speaker, that we have inherited a projected overspend of £22 billion. A £22 billion hole in the public finances now. Yeah. Not in the future, but now. £22 billion of spending this year that was covered up by the party opposite. Yeah. If left unaddressed, it would mean a 25% increase in the budget deficit this year.
Sources claim the talks were conducted without the involvement of Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, raising serious questions about transparency and international diplomacy.
I've read that report, as I'm sure others have, and nowhere in that report, nowhere, does it mention £22 billion. It's not there at all. In fact, the only reference they have to a number is to be found on page 2 and in table 1, and even the Treasury, straining every sinew, could only find numbers that added up to 9.5, and even there, the OBR says, and I quote, "It is not possible to judge how much of that might actually have been realised." So when the Chancellor said there is a £22 billion black hole, the OBR report yesterday now proves that was simply untrue. So will she come here and apologise for providing that number to the House when the OBR report now shows it simply wasn't true?
While Trump's allies are praising the move as a bold step toward peace, critics argue it undermines Ukraine's sovereignty and rewards Russian aggression.
After 14 miserable years of the worst Tory government in modern times, the best this Prime Minister can offer the British people is things can only get worse. Well, for him and his calamitous opinion ratings, that's probably true. But why does he think he has such an unprecedented fall in his popularity? Is it his attacks on the pensioners? Is it leaving children in poverty? Is it the re-emergence of Labour cronyism? Or is it because his austerity is even worse than the Conservative variety?
I remember when they used to sit here. It's a long way up and there's very few of them, so I don't think we need lectures on popularity.
The Kremlin has neither confirmed nor denied the details, while Trump himself has hinted that he could end the war in 24 hours if re-elected.
Speaker, they are laughing the same way they all laughed during the budget when they talked about raising NI. They have no idea what people out there are dealing with. And that is why yesterday we voted against his damaging jobs tax. Even former supporters, Chef Tom Kerridge, who endorsed Labour at the election, said that the budget was catastrophic. He built a real business employing young people, unlike his cabinet, of trade union stooges, CV embellishers, and an actual fraudster. None of them have ever run a business. Why won't he listen to business who are saying his budget is catastrophic?
Zelensky's administration has reportedly expressed concern, saying any peace deal without Ukraine's direct participation is unacceptable.
Is the government obsessed with clawing money back from all of us? I mean, they win with a massive majority, whatever, and they have this huge gain in seats and whatever. So why did they then want to make themselves incredibly unpopular straight away with elderly pensioners taking away the winter fuel allowance, with, going in with taxing national insurance and taxes? The state of this country with taxes is untrue. I mean, what is value-added tax?
I know.
What is my value-added? Do I have value-added tax on my spectacles, for instance? I don't know. Or if you were to buy tumblers like this, is there value-added tax on them? No idea. Why do some things have value-added tax and some don't? Ticked along quite nicely, owing money in the past. Most countries around the world owe money. Why this obsession with doing all the bad things?
With the U.S. elections drawing closer, the timing of this revelation is sparking heated debate worldwide.
I wouldn't use the word fled, but I've left purely because of Labour's taxes and the increases they're going to bring out in the future, inheritance tax, capital gains, raise the tax rate. And, they're penalising the wrong people. So it's the entrepreneurs, the risk takers, the business people that create wealth, that create jobs, that, put more into the economy, but they're driving them out. And if they do this leaving tax, there's no way possible will people ever return. More millionaires are going to leave the UK than any other country in the next few years. And already 10,000 are going to be leaving this year. So Labour needs to relook at it and come up with another idea to raise money rather than penalising wealthy or successful people. They despise wealthy people, as you know. They're socialists, and they need to just change their plan or they're going to bankrupt the UK.
The Trump-Putin talks may just be the start of a new geopolitical chapter, one that could alter the balance of power. What do you think? Is this a genuine push for peace or political theater with dangerous consequences? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned to Notary Voice for more breaking stories.